down to Ocknell in the Ocknell Campsite in the New Forest for the weekend. It's towards the start of the New Forest if you're coming in from the east, as we are. We just left Caterham, we're on the Caterham bypass, heading down to the M25 to then hopefully go down the M3, M27 and then turn off to go to Ocknell. A couple of nights down there. We'll hopefully take you along with us for the ride.
So yeah, we're going to Ocknell Campsite. It's one of my favourites. It's built on an old airfield that was used during World War II. And if you go onto Google Maps, you can still see the airfield. It's one of my favourites because you get to see lots of deer in the area. So we'll be going on a few walks while we're down there. Yeah, so come along, see what we do.
So we're just coming to the end of the M27 where it joins the A31 that crosses the New Forest, and the easiest way would have been if you could go across the A31 and turn right, but because it's a dual carriageway you can't do that, so you've got to come off here at the junction 1 and head across the back roads to Ocknell. So that's what we're going to do. But nice big sign there telling you that that's the way to the Ocknell campsite. It's a little bit late in the evening. We're at what are we? 7:20 on a Friday evening. So in September, so we're losing the light, but should get there in time. So cattle grid. We're in the New Forest.
We'll just have enough time to put the barbecue on, cook tea.
Yeah, lovely burgers. Really had to think about that one, didn't we?
Well, it's the best meal to cook when you're just arriving late.
Burger and beers, lovely.
Burger and beer, yeah. And we'll set the wildlife camera up tonight, see if there's anything visits us during the night.
Yeah, let's just hope it's animals and not any of the other residents of the campsite. So again, this campsite's signposted here. Coming out of the wooded area onto a slightly more open area in the New Forest. Carnage up ahead. Got some protesters. They're going to let us through.
Facebook, somebody posted some pictures of deer and their
fawns. donkeys. You won't be able to see it on the camera. We've got the donkeys on the left.
Yeah, see a lot of donkeys.
They'll hopefully be in the campsite at some point tomorrow. So although you won't be able to see it at the moment, as Jane said, everything on the right of the car now is the runways for the airfield that used to be here in the Second World War. The campsite's just ahead now on the right hand side, but everything on the right hand side of the vehicle and everything on the right hand side is an old runway. So as I said, if you're coming to this campsite on the A31 from the west, you can actually turn off the A31 and then come straight in. So you'd come off the A31 and it's only a couple of hundred yards. You might be able to see the cars in the distance. Oh, there's some donkeys. But because we come from the east, you've got to do this long detour. It's a cute one.
It's a very cute one.
Looks quite busy in there actually.
Is it? We're not going to get our favourite spot then, probably.
I don't even get any spot. So this is Ocknell Campsite. If you don't know it, they have toilets, but they don't have any showers and they don't have any electrical hookup. So you have to bring it with you. They do have toilets, but that's it. Still open. Just need to grab our envelope. Very busy.
Yeah.
So they've had some rain here.
Yes.
How busy is it up at the far end? No wonder.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting quieter the further you go in.
lights are in. Huh? I'll stick some water in. I'm almost thinking this spot here or...
Yeah. Why
Huh?
not?
Oh, you go and have a look.
I'll go and have a look.
I might fill up the water.
Okay.
So last night we had visitors, so we were sat outside the... We'll show you actually the wildlife footage in a second, but we were sat outside the van last night, and just through that little gap there that goes out onto the main wildlife area. So this is the edge of the campsite, these poles here. Had a couple of stags, 3 stags come through, which we were sitting here watching them come through. It's very dark, very dark.
Right next to us.
Right next to us, and then they wandered just through these bushes here, very slowly, and then came to end here, just at the end of the bushes, and just had a little nibble across the grass as they walked across there very slowly.
I mean, people walked past with dogs and they didn't flinch at all, did they?
I mean, we didn't have any lights on, it was pitch black. We were watching the moon, but it was fantastic. And then later on in the evening, again, you'll see it in the video, Jane's wildlife camera picked up a deer with its...
Fawn.
That's the word, fawn. It's terrible when you get old. You just forget all the words, don't you? So anyway, that's us.
That's where we were pitched.
And then if we slowly pan round, and this is the campsite. So we're towards the far end of the campsite from the reception area. But that's the campsite. And we'll just go on a little stroll now down towards the toilet block. It's a fairly long walk, so I'm not going to record.
I'm not going to bore you with the whole walk.
Not going to bore you with the whole walk. We might, I might film it and then speed it up if I manage to work out how to do that on the editing software. So actually we've just gone past it where that bin is. That's the motorhome service point where you can empty your grey water out.
As you can see, the concrete slabs now that demonstrates that it used to be used as an airfield, can't you?
That's it, yes. Lots of areas of concrete. So I expect this would be where all the planes were stationary, being worked on, stored or parked when they weren't using the airfield, which is now sort of directly behind us and going off to the right. Now we're coming round to the toilet block, which is, as I said earlier on arrival, just toilets and wash basins. There's no showers. We do have a dishwashing facility as well at the far end, and additional men's facilities at the far end as well. So you've got two lots of toilets.